And now, moving on to other stories, it is no longer news that the extent of damages caused by this year's flooding across the country have been described as unprecedented and the worst than the 2012 flooding. Taking into consideration the number of deaths recorded in different states across the country, with many rendered homeless. In this report, our correspondent Dele Fason takes a look at the impacts of flooding across the Niger Delta states, the worst hit and death rate as internally displaced persons count increase on a daily basis. Details in this report.
Among the Niger Delta states affected by flooding, Bayelsa State is the worst hit, with the 8 local governments experiencing flooding and 3 deaths according to the state government. Delta State with 19 local government flooded with 5 deaths, and Rivers State with a older local government submerged underwater came second and 10th worst hit respectively. The Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okowa and his Bayelsa counterpart, during separate visit to IDP camps, frowned at the response of the federal government in tackling the flooding.
As a result of the flood, what is reported that they have 5 deaths, not in the camps, but across the state. 5 reported deaths, and that is very unfortunate. But we have 11 camps that are currently in place, and some of them are in schools, some others where the schools have all been overrun. Some others are in some high places that you find in some locations. Yes, schools have been displaced, and pupils have been moved to some other schools because we understand that this is a natural disaster, and as a result, it takes it's something that is a priority.
Our government show more empathy and sympathy towards the plight of the Niger Delta states, particularly Bayelsa State. And let the people feel that they have a federal government that cares. That feeling is actually lacking. From the beginning of this flood up until today, we have not seen any federal government official in our state. I don't know if they are in other states. We have not seen any statement other than saying we warned them before. I mean, what is there about warning anybody? We are looking for permanent solutions. Federal government should be proactive. Of course, this year, as you have all witnessed, is worse in Bayelsa than any other year.
This flooding is so devastating on our citizens, and I believe that the federal government can do more than they are doing right now, and of course the state government and even local government. 2012 we had a similar flood, and there were no lessons learned as a nation, and that's very appalling for me as a patriotic Nigerian. But having said that, it is important that government should be more alive than ever.
Some internally displaced persons who have since relocated to higher grounds from Delta, Bayelsa and Rivers states lament over the devastating effect of the flood, which have sacked them from their homes.
Look at the environment, people are suffering. There's no food. Just the day before they brought 20 rows of bread without proper arrangement. You don't have food. Yesterday they brought 2 bags of rice. Look at people, they are dying in hunger. No mosquito net. They bring how many beds? About 20. People are dying in hunger. Look at the situation of people. They are not trying. They are not trying. They are standing here to suffer people. Look at the situation of people.
Our house don't fall, and I get 8 children from my hand. We did this our community. Yeah? Since morning they never chop, and no money to buy something. Even we come here since Friday till today. See today, no seafood chop.
What we need mostly is to tidy up the places where they are sleeping, especially like we need the window nets and the mosquito net for sleeping, and at the same time to sanitize the environment for health reasons. And then we need the food supply is very, very important, because what we are being provided with right now is nothing to reckon on.
Meanwhile, business activities along the east-west road linking Delta, Bayelsa and Rivers State have turned from bad to worse as the Bayelsa end has been cut off. Niger Deltans, on their part, are now hoping that the federal government will act fast in ensuring that proactive measures are put in place to prevent the states from being cut off from the rest of the country, while also finding a lasting solution to the issue of flooding, not only in the Niger Delta, but Nigeria in general. From Warri in Delta State, Daily Faso reporting for Galaxy News.